Easy cook, easy clean. Reynolds Wrap.
Massive markdowns like never before.
Huge inventory. The final sell down at Waynesboro Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Save $9,000 on a Jeep Gladiator Rubicon 4x4. Good to go. Waynesboro.com.
Your safety comes first with the First Alert Radar Network. First just got faster. Live from Augusta, you're watching News 12 at 6 o'clock.
First at 6 o'clock, a Columbia County parent is coming forward after a former nurse tells a school she was stealing Adderall from students.
This is not a nightmare. This is real.
This is 44-year-old Ashley Stalkup, a former LPN with Brookwood Elementary. Columbia County deputies say she stole 22 Adderall pills and took them herself. Nick Veland joins us live in the newsroom to share the parent's story.
Yeah, well, parents are surprised, saying that the trust to allow a nurse to give their kid medication has been violated.
It was still a surprise even waking up this morning. So just putting a face to it was just confirming, okay, this is not a nightmare. This is real.
A parent comes forward after finding out the nurse at Brookwood Elementary, Ashley Stalkup, has been stealing students' Adderall since February 1st and taking them for herself.
Shock and concern, not only for my child, but for any other child and parent in this situation.
From open house at the start of the year, this parent who wishes to remain anonymous says something wasn't right.
Like there was something off with the nurse, but we played it off as okay, it's the end of the summer.
We reached out to the school district for comment, and they referred us to yesterday's statement, ensuring the school will go on as normal, asking parents to come inspect their child's medication and provide a replacement if needed. Parents we spoke with are still feeling unsettled.
It was still very shocking, because here we put trust in this person for our child.
Keep you updated as we hear more.
Okay, sorry, you cut out there a little bit, Nick, at the beginning. Ashley Stalkup, you mentioned she's out on bond right now? Okay.
Yeah, that's correct, and we're just going to continue to monitor this story as it develops.
Okay, thanks for those updates, Nick. To weather now as we take a look out over Thurman Dam on a sunny, gorgeous afternoon. And Riley, it was starting to feel a little bit more like spring, at least late this afternoon, maybe not this morning.
Yes, in that full forecast.
Okay, thanks, Riley. The Richmond County School Board made their decision. Some schools like A. Bryan Mary Elementary and Spirit Creek Middle will close this summer. Others will merge or split. And this was only the tip of the iceberg, the beginning of a 5-year plan that will impact thousands of students across the county. Our Sydney Hood joins us live from Bel Air K through 8. So, Sydney, now that this is all a reality, it's not just talk, how are parents feeling about the future?
Well, they're more so looking at how this change is going to impact their students. Take Bel Air K through 8, for example. Everyone may or may not be here come the fall, and for some parents, that leaves them worried about what the future looks like. This fall, leads will be changing, and so will school pickups for some parents.
The focus has primarily and solely been on, getting those dollars, which are important, to educate the whole student. You have to consider the whole.
Her student is a 5th grader at A. Bryan Mary Elementary, one of the schools closing.
I think the children are probably going to feel it more than we are. Children are resilient to a degree. They've had to be resilient over the. I think it has a different impact on each child individually, each family individually.
From Bel Air K through 8 to Tut Middle, thousands are impacted.
If I had my way, I would have invested it more in literacy coaches. More paraprofessionals to, help with small groups with the schools that we have. I think I would have focused more on the education piece rather than the location.
It's only the second day of spring, but another season of change is right around the corner.
I hope that they understand that they will run into disciplinary actions by these kids, and that they take them not necessarily with a grain of salt, but that they take them with the consideration that their normal has changed significantly over a span of a few months.
And again, these are changes that impact the upcoming school year. The changes listed out in that 5-year master plan for the next couple of school years, those are going to be discussed at a later date.
Okay, pretty sweeping changes. Sydney, thanks for that. New in the last hour, Richmond County deputies are looking for two 17-year-olds in connection to an armed robbery. They say Kavon Patterson and Tyrone Hope are considered armed and dangerous. Report details say the robbery happened on Georgetown Drive. That was back on the 7th. Deputies say the duo approached two high school students and held them at gunpoint before robbing them. If you've seen them, call deputies. Tonight, news of the passing of a local football coach is touching students all across Richmond County. School leaders announcing the passing of Westside coach Timothy McLean just hours ago. McLean also coached at Laney, Butler, Glen Hills, and Jefferson County High Schools, as well as the Academy of Richmond County, but this was his first year at Westside. Grief counselors are available for any students or staff that need someone to talk to. For those going to college, selecting a school and figuring out how you will pay for it can be stressful enough. This year, the Department of Education rolled out what they consider to be a better version of the free application for federal student aid known as FAFSA, but the rollout has been anything but smooth, delaying decisions for thousands of students. Here at home, Augusta University is taking steps to make sure future freshmen won't be held up with admissions. Hallie Turner has the story.
Julianne Hammond has dreamed of the day she would officially become part of the Clemson Tiger family.
I want the college experience. I want to go off. I want to be able to twirl in college, and I want to go somewhere like Clemson.
Her acceptance letter came in February, but she hasn't been able to commit.
The problem is financial aid. I just don't know how much money I'm going to need to take out in loans, so I'm waiting to see what kind of grants I get, what kind of scholarships they'll offer me, because I just don't know, and I can't go to a college that I'm going to have to take out $30,000 a year for.
Hammond is just one of thousands of students nationwide trying to navigate the chaos after the Department of Education made changes to FAFSA. While the redesign did reduce the amount of questions and add formulas to help lower-income families, the application opened 3 months later than usual.
We typically have about 10,000 FAFSAs from students at this point in the year. We've only had about 1,500. Those 1,500 came in the last 3 days.
AU says most of the time students know by April what their aid amount is, but the delay is affecting that. As a way to help out future students, they're extending their deadline to June 1st.
We want them to have several weeks to make that decision where they know exactly how much it's going to cost them to attend Augusta University. We want them to be very comfortable that this is an affordable option.
But until schools like Clemson and USCA can follow suit and do away with the May 1st deadline, the worry builds.
It scares me, honestly, because I've been looking forward to this since I was, in kindergarten, since I was told this is what you're going to be, this is where you're going to be in 12 years. And I've been excited for it, and I want to partake in all of the things that my school has to offer, but I can't do that when I don't know where I'm going.
In Augusta, Hallie Turner, on your side.
They also have several tools like a net price calculator and cost estimator on their website to help you figure out a price while you are waiting, but obviously it's only good if you know that you are absolutely getting that aid. So very frustrating for so many students out there. It is the calm before the storm. 13th Sage Valley Junior Invitational. That is heating up. Sports Director Dan Booth joins us live from the course next on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
And staying dry again tomorrow, but we are bringing in our next big rainmaker Friday into Saturday. Having timed out for you coming up in that full forecast.
Time and temp.
Breaking news just into our newsroom. Crews are battling a brush fire in Edgefield. It's out on Highway 23 West. One building in that area could be in danger. We're tracking the story. We'll let you know as soon as crews get it out and we lay eyes on it. Taking a live look out over downtown Augusta on this.
On your sideline.
As the excitement continues to build for the 13th edition of the Sage Valley Junior Invitational, on Wednesday, the players were out on the course doing everything they can to capitalize on their final practice round. Now, when speaking with the players, you can just feel that upbeat attitude and the excitement, in addition to a little bit of that calm before the storm feeling ahead of the first groups teeing off tomorrow morning. This year's field is the most diverse field Sage Valley has ever had for this event. 22 different countries and over 30 Division I college men's and women's golf programs are being represented, with the players coming from all over the world, different cultures, backgrounds, experiences, and continents. The players are doing everything they can to learn as much from each other and have fun while also trying to win a gold jacket.
This place is amazing, like everything, the course, the pot-3 contest, the location, the hotel, the houses is unbelievable. Never played on a course like this. The conditions are perfect, the greens are crazy.
Just to compete in those conditions, whether it's here at Sage Valley or and on Champions Retreat or even at Augusta, it's just something you don't have, you don't get. It's just absolutely privileged.
The first round tees off tomorrow at 9:30, and all the tee times for the first round are available online. This event is free and open to the public, so if you want to follow every group or individual player, you can do that online. And our continuing live coverage from Sage Valley will continue all the way through Saturday through the final round.
Okay, some good golf happening out there. Thanks for taking us live, Dan. Well, as we get ready to come back after this quick break, newly added parking for a big golf tournament seems to be taking a different shape than what was originally on the table. We'll show you the changes next.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group.
Spring in the savings.
WildBaby.com. Click, click.
It's kind of hard to tell, but under those outlines used to be the baseball diamonds at Eisenhower Park. Now some rocks and gravel cover the majority of the area since Augusta National Golf Club bought this property for parking. City leaders say the change is temporary, but as our Craig Allison takes a closer look, it might be the new look for a while.
We're just weeks away from Masters, and this project to expand parking is finally taking shape. This added parking is to help manage more of Masters Week madness, but neighbors around National Hills still wish they had more of a heads up.
I think it was handled publicity-wise very poorly, and I was very surprised when, like I said, when they started bringing in those truckloads of gravel and everything like that. And then the bulldozers showed up, and the city people started showing up and everything.
Wayne Matthews has lived near here for 13 years and takes his dogs walking around the park almost every day.
Most of the people over there know my dogs, they don't know me.
He has his reservations about sharing the space with Augusta National, but he mainly wishes he had a better heads up. Some of the construction has even taken Commissioner Sean Frantum by surprise, with one field being filled in he thought would remain untouched.
And I've been told that after Masters we'll reevaluate the situation and talk about possibly sodding that park. It kind of made it seem like that the front, that there will be green space in years to come where some of the parking is currently, kind of what you see on Berkman's Road.
But he says with this construction, there's hope they'll work with Augusta National on fixing up the road they use constantly.
For me, the focus is trying to make sure that the citizens that live in National Hills would get Eisenhower Drive taken care of because of the wear and tear that we're going to see.
And we'll continue to follow the progress here at Eisenhower Park through Masters Week and after the final round has concluded. In Augusta, Craig Allison, on your side.
Well, still to come, STEMFest returns Georgia Cyber Innovation and Training Center. Today, dozens of middle schoolers from schools across Richmond County learned and played all things STEM. To switch it up this year, they had the students split into different groups for different activities like escape rooms, capture the flag, a hands-on maker space, and more. The goal every year is to expose the new generation to a future in careers in science, technology, engineering, and math.
To start young, to start at middle school, get them excited about cybersecurity, get them excited about IT, because there are so many jobs out there.
Students get the chance also to meet with Augusta University's gaming team to learn how they can turn even passions into high-earning jobs, which is always the goal. If you're looking to get out and enjoy the nice spring weather right in the heart of downtown Greenville, there's a big attraction for people looking to get outside of the city. We'll vote with there for this week's One Tank Trip.
It's a popular place.
Lived here about 2 years, moved from California. But I really like coming down to the falls, down to the park. Really nice to be outside, tons of room, bring my dog.
When Jesse Mann moved to Greenville, he quickly discovered Falls Park on the Reedy. The big draw is this pedestrian-only suspension bridge over the river, giving you unobstructed views of a waterfall. You can also go down near the banks of the river, and there's plenty of green grass, all a short walk from Main Street.
That's why I really like Greenville, is that you can be downtown with the hustle and bustle, but also really nice to be outside.
it's very nice, but they should have stopped building 10 years ago.
David Gordon has lived in Greenville his entire life. He's seen this area really grow over the years.
We used to come down on the weekends and spend all day down here, but as time went on and more people started coming on the weekends, it wasn't as much fun.
Still, he comes down here all the time. His 14-year-old Emily still loves going after that ball.
We'll go as long as it's fun, or until she stops wanting to go, which apparently is never.
In Greenville, Will Volk on your side.
Really fun spot if you've never been, and if you're interested, it is free to go. Again, it's right in the heart of downtown Greenville. Can't miss it. Riley?
Look beautiful up there in the upstate, and we have some beautiful weather sticking around tomorrow for Sage Valley. They're going to have morning temps in the 40s, but beautiful afternoon in the 70s. Having a look at that forecast just after the break.
I'm Chip Lewis with 64 Insurance Group. The Medicare enrollment process can be overwhelming. Let us take that burden off your shoulders. We're local, and we're here to help. Don't wait until you're 65 to call. AreYou64.com.
Never took you for a mariachi guy.
Really not a huge fan, but seems to be all of us do these days. AreYou64.com.
Who are you talking to?
We know you get up early. That's why we get up even earlier.
Finding out the things you want to know. Rain? Well, that can mess up your whole day. I'll tell you what to expect outside, on the way home, and at night if the kids have a game.
In the mornings, we've got one job, making sure you've got no surprises on your way to work.
If it happens overnight or breaks early in the morning, we're going to tell you about it.
When that alarm goes off, get up and get out with News 1226 this morning on your side.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, we sit down with CVS CEO Karen Lynch, who speaks out for the first time about the pharmacy giant's decision to carry the abortion pill mifepristone, plus her journey to becoming America's most powerful female CEO. And more headlines tonight on the CBS Evening News.
All right, welcome back. Here's a live look from our SRP Park Cam towards the Savannah River. We have blue skies overhead, a little bit of some smoky haze on the horizon, but if you're stepping out this evening, you'll only need a light jacket. Temps will be in the 60s and 50s as we get past sunset just after 7:30. Really nice weather sticks around tomorrow. We're going to see the 40s early into the day. Generally sunny skies through lunchtime, and then afternoon highs should be able to reach the mid-70s again. Remember, rain chances are going to be going up Friday into Saturday, all thanks to this area of low pressure out of the Gulf of Mexico. So I would imagine pretty wet conditions second half of Friday, and that should last into our Saturday. So heads up, first half of the weekend does look wet, but sunshine returns just in time for Sunday.
Okay, that'll do it for us. We have more news coming at you tonight at 11.
At the CBS Evening News, we focus on solutions, finding solutions to help people understand what are the right choices to make for you and your family.